Hey there, aspiring guitarist. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite guitars of the day. I'm not going to do one every single day, but occasionally I'll throw up my favorite guitar of the day. And this one is really something to me. It is an Epiphone Pro 1. It's got the very special looking old Epiphone headstock. They designed this. They came out with it a few years ago, and then it kind of went to the wayside. But when it was first launched, it was designed as a guitar to introduce a beginning guitarist to where they didn't get frustrated. And I got to tell you, they nailed it. They really did nail it. Now, I bought two of them. I've already given one away, a natural. On Musician's Friend, I've seen them in Natural Sunburst and the Black Ebony. This is, of course, the Black Ebony. It has no electronics whatsoever. Let me tell you just a little bit about it, and I'll let you hear it. But I really like this guitar, and especially for a beginner. And I just gave another one to one of my friends who's not a beginner. He's about retired and he didn't have a guitar, and he just fell in love with it. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit about it. You've got a it's of course it's a dreadnought. It's a square shoulder. It's got a big bout. I mean, this is not a little guitar. It's called the Pro One body shape, square shoulder, non-cutaway. It is a spruce top, and the back and sides are a select mahogany, and it's got a custom pro proprietary bracing system they use. The finish is gloss. The neck is an easy profile C shape, and it is indeed a C shape. The nut width is 1.68 or 42.67 millimeters. So, it's not a big wide nut, and that will help with someone that's, beginning and, as far as pressing down on the strings and things like that. It's got a 12-inch radius on the fretboard. The fingerboard rather. The fingerboard is rosewood. The neck wood is mahogany, and it's hard to see from a distance. But if you get close and look at this, the wood on a black guitar is quite beautiful. I mean, especially up close. Now they will show specs and something else you got to think about. It's a 24.75 scale, 24 and 3/4. That's the same as the Les Paul, your typical Gibson scale. It's got 20 frets. The frets are Jumbo Pro, and the neck finish is gloss. So, there is no electronics. The tuning machines, they're pretty good looking, and they're 18 to 1. I can tell you it stays in tune. I mean, if I don't play it for a long time and have to pick it up, well, then, yeah. And it came loaded with Epiphone Ultralight, 009 to 047 strings. It does not come with a case. It came with a little humidifier, one of those a little pouch you put in there that you can wet. I have found that many of your dreadnought gig bags will fit it. But now let's get to the meat of this guitar. And of course, it's got strap pins and one there. It just plays good. I mean, it really does. And the action on it right out of the box, very low action, does have a truss rod, you can adjust it, but it just, I'm barely strumming. Hear that ringing out? That's that Sitka. And the action is just so easy. You know, when I finish up part 2 of our chord progression of the week, easy to make a bar chord. It just plays really well. It feels good. Now it's big. It's a dreadnought. A lot of a dreadnought, you may not like a dreadnought, but you may need to adjust how you sit, how you stand. Most any guitar people can cope with when they're standing in a strap. Now you may have to put one of those skid shoulder pads on a strap if it neck dives on you. This doesn't. This is light. This is extremely light. So, but it just, you know, you may have to adjust the way you sit. If you're going to sit this way, you know, that's one way to play it. And, you know, you may find that comfortable. You may sit it up like this in a classical style and play it. Many times you need to experiment with the way you're sitting or standing to play a guitar. And I've even done a video about chairs. You know, you really need a chair or position on a couch where there's no arms. You know, my chair, I can flip the arms up and get them out of the way. But this guitar right now retails at Musician's Friend for $199. I got it on once again, the stupid deal of the day, and I paid $119 for it. Now, I don't know how often or if they'll ever do it again, but is it worth $199? Absolutely, in my view. Now, there's other considerations. You know, Fender came out with that FA model that is an acoustic electric, and it's a decent guitar. And I talked about it on the channel before, but in my view, I love Fenders. Got a bunch of them. I don't think it plays as good as this Epiphone. I got to be honest with you. This Epiphone, the playability, now, the sound is not as good as my Hummingbird. You know, I reviewed the Studio, the L00 against a Gibson L00. And you can't see that, it's against the wall. But as far as the playability goes, I personally, and I realize that's subjective, I don't think you can beat this. I mean, it just makes bar chords easy. You know, and I mean, you can pick. God, listen to that ring. That's your Sitka. And the back and sides combining with it. But this is the Epiphone Pro 1. I've seen it at the Epiphone site too. I got mine at Musician's Friend. I've also seen it at Guitar Center. I did not see it at Sweetwater. It may be at Sweetwater now, but the last I've looked and I've not seen it. But it's just a good guitar. And this is a guitar that I think anybody would be proud to play, proud to have. You can pick up a padded gig bag if you'll stay on the lookout for under $50. Now, Amazon has them, Musician's Friend, Sweetwater. I think I got mine on one of Amazon's today's deals. I'll try to include a description of a little padded gig bag I got that fit this. But this is a great guitar for both a beginner, if they can hold it. It is a dreadnought. You wouldn't want to put this in the hands of a 5-year-old child or a 7-year-old, but a teenager, absolutely, or somebody that's big enough to be able to sit it down or prop it up or, put a strap with it, it'd be fine. But it's a big old guitar. You can see, that's a wide lower bout. So, and that's why you're getting that beautiful projection coming forward. So, that's my favorite guitar of the day. I'll try to do these from time to time to just, introduce you to some beginning guitars that I think are good, and some higher end and medium, and, just to show you some different guitars to consider and try to pick up when you're in a shop. So I hope your guitar journey is blessed as always, and most of all, happy picking.